What is today, December 12th? Can you feel it? It's getting closer. All right. So just follow along, right? Mark it correctly or incorrectly, make changes as long as you use your marker and whatnot. Calculate the arithmetic mean for the data set. So this is just a regular average. Right? So we just add everything up. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 values. Okay, and if I add everything up, I get 178 divided by 14, which is 2.71 food products. Sorry, yeah, thank you. 12.71 products. And I know it's weird, but you leave it like that as a decimal, okay? What is the median for the data set? I'm going to give you 2 marks, one for arranging and one for actually finding it, right? So arranged, it looks like this. There are 3 zeros. And then it's 2, 3, 4, 6, 11, 12, 12, 14, 16, 48, and 50, correct? Okay. So I'm just going to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 values. Okay, so to get my median, I know it's even. I'm going to have to add 2 values and divide it in 2. So it's going to be the 7th and the 8th, right? 14 divided by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 6 plus 11. That's 17 divided by 2. Yep, that's 8.5 products. I hope you got that. So 1 mark for arranging, 1 mark for actually finding the median. Okay. What's the mode? 0, right? Yeah, 0 products. 0 products. Okay. 1 mark. Which measure of center tendency best represents the average number of food products remaining at closing? And I would be a bit flexible here. But knowing that we're looking for the center, right? I would say the median. The median is definitely right. Median would be right here, where half is below, half is above. Or the mean is 12.71. That's like somewhere here. I would say is a pretty good. So the mean or median are closer to the middle, to the center. The median? Yeah, I would say so. I would just make this worth 1. So I'm going to change it and just say 1. The mean or the median, if you chose one of those two, you're good. Identify any outliers. Just I'm curious to see what you determined here. It's not, 0 is not really an outlier because if you think about it, there's a gradual progression, right? 0, 2, 3, 4. So these numbers at the beginning, they're all close together. It's the 48 and the 50 that are significantly different than the rest. So 48 and 50 products are outliers. I'll give you half if you picked one of them. But if you pick 0, I'm afraid to say that that will be a 0. If you pick 0, it's a 0. And now calculate the trim to mean. If you remember anything from yesterday's lesson, is we're trying to remove the outliers. So the key here is, though, if you want to get rid of the outliers like this, they're the 2 upper ones, you should also remove the 2 lower ones. Not just the highest and the lowest in this case, because there's more than one outlier, right? So trimmed mean, this is how I'm going to calculate it. 178 minus 0. I know it's pretty pointless, right? But I'm just showing you that in general, you would just take off the two lowest numbers and the two highest. Divided by, if you remove 4 values, you're down to 10 from 14. So that gives you 80 over 10, which is 8 products. 8 products remaining per day.
Pretty close to 8.5.
Right. Yeah. This is probably more representative of. So, to be honest, now looking back, I think you shouldn't have picked the mean because of the fact that they're outliers. Right?
That's what
Yeah. Good point. Good point. So I'll say median should technically be the only winner in this case because mode is on the extreme. Mean is affected by. So let's just write that down, right? Mean is skewed due to upper outliers. So technically, if I were to rewrite this AC, I would first talk about outliers, first ask you to calculate the trimmed mean, and then I would say, okay, which one is better, okay? So this page is worth 2, 4, 5, and another 4, that's 9. This page is worth 9. Andrew will help you out later with this page. So this is the one that I'm probably going to change the marks allotted to it, but here it is anyhow. So you should say, well, if I want a mean throwing distance of 12, right, I should add up these numbers. And that added up gives me 44. Okay, 44. So I would go 44 plus my next throw, right? And that would be, if you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4 values in here plus a fifth one. It's not always going to be 5, by the way. So just watch out, right? Don't make any conclusions. So this is, I would give you 1 mark for the setup like that. I'm going to be very generous today with mark giving, okay? The next one would be multiplying both sides by 5. I would give you a mark for that step, okay? The fact that you're multiplying both sides by 5. So that'd be 60, and this cancels out. This is 44 plus x. Then I give you another mark for subtracting today, okay? That's another mark. So that'd be x is equal to 16 meters. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and we'll give you another mark for actually coming up with the correct final answer. So if your answer is off, regardless of what you did, that's a 3 out of 4. And then I would have to see, did you do the subtracting? Did you do the multiplication? Do you have a 4 here? If you have a 4 here, that'd be a -1 in my books, right? So mark it accordingly. So 4 marks for this page. 4 and 9, that would be what? 13? 13 total. So change the 14, just make that out of 13. And I'll come and collect those